everyone, it's Amy with A Girl Being Frugal. So, you come home from work, you just want to watch a little TV, watch a movie. Next thing you know, it's time for bed, and all you've done is look for a movie to watch. That seems to be how Netflix works. You just spend all this time looking for a movie, can't find anything, you're overwhelmed by the number of categories, and that's why I'm here. I'm going to show you how you get the biggest bang for your buck by recommending movies each week and TV shows that I feel are worth watching. The first one I want to talk about is The Ranch. It stars Sam Elliott and Ashton Kutcher. Ashton he's a former high school football star who made it big in this small town. He went on to play for, I don't know if it's actually a professional team like the NFL, but it was a bigger team. And he ends up coming back because he's had too many injuries. His father, played by Sam Elliott, gives him a really hard time. He owns this ranch, and when Ashton comes back, he just, makes him do all the crappy jobs and everything. It's, just this dysfunctional family. It's hilarious. If you're easily offended, though, you probably want to skip it. Next movie I want to talk to you about is While You Were Sleeping. It's a wonderful romantic comedy. Stars Sandra Bullock and Bill Pullman. Sandra plays she works at a train station, and this guy keeps coming through, and she's got this huge crush on him. So he ends up getting beat up and left for dead on the train tracks. She ends up in the hospital with him, watching over him. He's in a coma. And she mentions something about, she's looking over him, and she says, "I was going to marry you." And the nurses overhear her, and they think she's engaged to him, and the family thinks she's engaged to him. And the next thing she knows, she's getting married to this guy. But in the process, she's met Bill Pullman and become friends with him. He's the guy's brother. Yeah, it's a great romantic comedy. So if you like science fiction and you haven't seen Jurassic Park, that's on there as well. The sequels 2 and 3 are also on there. Jurassic Park it was an amazing film for its time. I saw it in the theaters when I was 9 or 10 years old. It's been out almost 25 years, but it's still amazing. So they bring dinosaurs, back into the world, open a theme park so people can go and see the dinosaurs, but then the dinosaurs get loose. It stars, what is that guy's name? Sam Neill, I think was his name. Anyway, and I also think it had Helen Hunt in there too. It's a really good one, especially if you like big monsters and all that type of thing. Next one is Hatfields and McCoys. Stars Kevin Costner and Bill Paxton, who sadly passed away just a couple weeks ago. Movies about the famous feud of the Hatfields and McCoys. It's a bit fantasized because we don't know exactly what happened, but it's a really good movie. It was made for TV. Kevin Costner's band plays the music for the film, and it's excellent. So if you like stuff that's, I guess that was probably about 100 years ago, set back then, it's really good. And the last one I'm going to tell you about is sorry, I'm going through my list of Tenacious D and the Pick of Destiny. So long before Jack Black was an actor, well, he may have been an actor back then, I don't know. Before he became hugely famous as an actor, he was the lead singer of the band Tenacious D, which is not it's not good for kids. If you have kids that love Jack Black, do not let them listen to Tenacious D. Yeah. I love their music, but it's not for kids. So, this is just the retelling of how the band came to be. Yeah, it's a bit fantasized. So you'll want to check that out if you love comedies. Now, the next two I'm going to tell you about are just movies that I'm excited about seeing. The first one is Finding Dory. I loved Finding Nemo, so wanted to check this one out, find out what Dory's backstory is. I think it's about her backstory. So I want to check that one out. Some people have said it really stank, but I'm gonna give it a shot. Another thing I want to watch is Mystery Science Theater 3000. Now here's the deal. If you watched it back in the day, you're familiar with Joel, you're familiar with Mike. Mike was my favorite. He was so funny. Um, Sadly, it's a bit different. I've been told it's not. It's still got the robots. Um, Actually, when I click on this is weird. It shows Joel, but I mean, it's definitely an old episode. Because this is Manos, The Hands of Fate. That's season 1, episode 1, and it says there's new episodes, so I don't know if this is just the previous series and they've brought it to Netflix. Because I know they're redoing Mystery Science Theater, so I don't know if that's included in this. But let's just add that to the must-see because the old episodes are awesome. It's so funny. If you've never seen it, basically these little robots that this guy created because he's up in space and he's lonely, I guess. They sit down and watch old movies and make fun of them. So you're sitting there watching the movie and they're cracking jokes about what's going on the screen. It's hilarious. So I hope this gives you a chance to find some new stuff to watch on Netflix and actually watch stuff on Netflix rather than just flipping through the things on Netflix.